Accepting time. 4th of December 2025. Seeing what's ahead of me at this stage of my life, the only way to describe the feeling of accepting the time it's going to take is a deep exhale of breath and the mental thought of, okay, here we go. Now this is what I think I asked for. The necessary life to live in order to achieve the life I want to actually live later on. I'm not going to get to the life I want to live by living that lifestyle of already having achieved it in a sense. Doing or living what is there isn't what's going to get me there. What's going to get me there is probably at least another half a decade of regular employment and graft on top of that doing the thing, building a compounding body of work. The Alex Hormozy quote of "the world doesn't hate you, you're just not good at anything yet" comes back to mind. Also, the quote at the bottom of page 70, "the sooner that you accept it's going to take longer than you want, the sooner it happens faster than you expect." The humility of accepting time, as a man in his 20s who has the ability to deeply question his own reality, feeling to some degree that the label of lesser value because of it, 20s, is unjust. Yet just accepting it and knowing I'll be significantly better off on the other side of it. Yeah right, shut the fuck up, mate. The ability to deeply question, or you just feel like it's deep because it's your life. A bit of ego showing there, but the point is accepting that for the rest of my 20s decade, I'll for the most part only be regarded as just another dude in that bracket, regardless of my own degree of intelligence. If it is above the mean, I don't know. You know you're a dumbass, shut the fuck up. This is just part of the territory of being a man. Being perceived as lesser value, unjust or not, because of your age. Complaining about it doesn't change how the world works. What I do with the time now is what matters, almost in like a preparation way. Doing the unnoticed work so that when the age label weans off, I'm to be in such a greater position. Whether or not I am mentally ahead of the curve as for where my age says I typically should be, I don't know. Yet because of my age, to the world it doesn't matter. Sometimes I'm pretty fucking stupid, so maybe not ahead, but behind the curve, with some things anyways. I won't really even know or find out for at least another half a decade. So, what is my life going to probably look like for the next half a decade, at least? Work, gym, do the thing, repeat. Fundamentally anyways. Weekdays will simply be that, of work, then gym, then writing or reading, or video editing for a bit, just about every single workday before bed. Weekends will be spent mostly on doing the thing, in whatever forms. That'll just about be my life for the foreseeable future, as the regular or mundane lifestyle of mine at least. Part of me is railing against this path, wanting to do the thing, all dreamy-eyed with hope going for it now. If you're succeeding at a life that you hate, imagine how great you'd be at one that you actually enjoyed. Imagine how good you could be if you actually woke up on a morning and were excited for what you're about to do. Take a guess. This path delays that, or limits it, or adds hurdles to first do to then do the thing, besides weekends. I don't know. It's like I'm restricting my own optimism with pragmatism for the future benefit of/for my optimism in a sense. It's like I want to climb the ladder, but it's not tall enough yet, but the dreamy part doesn't understand that, or the rope of the grappling hook isn't that strong to use in climbing to where my optimism wants to go, but still wants to try. But my pragmatism knows it's likely to just snap at this point, and wants to accrue more twine for the rope to use with greater strength later down the line in life. Long-term vision. Thinking not in only months and years, but decades and a lifetime. The long game. Ultimately envisioning my entire life, more or less. I get that life is happening right now, and to take each day as they come, because there might not be another, but will I really live a full life without aiming fully? Would I get anywhere I actually want to go? Not just seeing what sticks, but choosing what to stick to. More or less trying to guarantee or improve my odds for success by taking this long approach, rather than a low odds gamble early. Also, I kind of have a fixed direction, roughly, for my foreseeable future as a true north to follow. Shit is gonna happen, so at least I have a north star to gauge my direction when shit does happen. It's not necessarily knowing, but it's something. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyways. I mean, I'm just some idiot sitting in my car alone talking to myself. Doing the thing full time won't happen until at a guess of at least being 35 years old, in a decade. It sounds so far away. A decade. But grand scheme of life, it isn't really if hypothetically I do go full time with it. Then there's at least 3 more decades until the typical age of retirement, 67. So much can be done in 10 years leading up to in preparation of that point. Even with the lesser volume being able to be done as for outputs, over 10 years, I think I could build such a body of work that it could be unreasonable for me to not be successful. A decade of consistently applying myself to doing the thing in my spare time, even if that's hypothetically one video a month, that's 120 videos in a decade. An undeniable body of work. One video a month probably needs to be one video a week. Surely by that point I'd be making dividends from it. Enough to do it full time? Hopefully. Looking at it like this, in such a longer time horizon, with less pressure of my own expectations of outputs and not needing any returns, makes it seem so much more doable. One video a month? I can do that, I think to myself. Doing the thing consistently with no pressure to do so over a decade, I can do that, as long as I do it, to which I want to anyways. Thinking like this is so mind-opening, with no rush, being able to see and choose where I want to go more easily, with no pressure I usually would put onto myself. It makes me feel more capable in a general sense. The limits of my mind are the limits of my life, and I think thinking like this makes it so much more expansive, accepting time.